Okay, here we go. First up, admit it. You would spend $20,000 for your kid to see Taylor Swift live. Some guy at Gillette Stadium spent $21,000 to get his daughter tickets. Pete, Seth, if you had a daughter, you'd spend $20,000 and you wouldn't even sweat.
I have a daughter, and she's hopefully going to Taylor Swift on Friday at MetLife Stadium. And no, in 20,000, the answer is no. 2,500, the answer is no. We have our limit, and we will only go to our limit. And I hope this kid gets to see Taylor Swift.
To keep your kid happy.
All her songs sound the same.
Yeah, but that's part of the point. That's why she's so popular.
I do not have a daughter. I don't know how she didn't get electrocuted, by the way, in that rain the other night at Foxborough. It was unbelievable. And let's not forget, this poor bastard, this guy, got ripped off by StubHub.
Sure
he had ordered those tickets like a year or 8 months in advance, and they screwed him over. And God bless him.
That's another story that we could get into about the price of tickets.
I mean, God bless him. Obviously, the guy must have some coin to do that. I praise him for that because. But that wasn't right. What happened to him? How he had to go down that road.
Okay, next
but the answer is no for me. But I don't have a daughter.
This is one of my pet peeves here, and this is a Florida thing. Anybody who backs into a parking space at a public place to park, you need to be drawn and quartered.
Wait, are you talking parallel parking or a parking lot?
Backing in, backing into a parking space.
Oh yeah.
Pull into the space.
What's wrong with backing in? Sometimes
why?
It's easy
why do you? Because it takes time. You back up everybody else. It stops traffic for everybody else.
I'm with you. No, wait a second. I'm with you. If there's like a few cars behind you, and you're gonna, do a 3-point turn, okay. But if you're talking about backing into a Publix parking lot, I don't care about that. I mean,
but if there's cars behind you, and a lot of these lots, this is what these 972-year-old farts in South Florida do. I'm gonna back into my parking space. Hold on, it'll take me a week and a half. I'll be back. Myrtle, I'm okay. Please. Host, stop. Okay. Put the dog in the back. It's okay. I'll be here in a minute. Pete, it's a show, man.
I just think the parking lots in general around the holidays are the worst. So there's nothing more. You don't put your life in any more danger.
Do they do it in New Jersey?
I mean, they do it. They do it at like sporting events and stuff, but we don't have the situations in Florida. We also don't have a lot of things that Florida has right now. So I like New Jersey.
Yeah, you and me both, man. Come on, I'm a New York kid. That's the way it always works. Next up, look, I don't want to give any diss to Brittany Griner here, but all this whining about the fact that they didn't sell out her return game the other night, people, listen, most people just don't care about the WNBA. This is no diss to Brittany Griner.
Yeah, but women's basketball is growing. They had 10 million people watch that national championship game.
I get it.
Sport's on the rise. It doesn't have to be. Superstar yet.
But there was all this whining about it, and it was the coaches and the people who said, why didn't you sell out? Why didn't you come to L.A.? Why didn't L.A. show up?
I didn't even know that.
Look, I get it, but I'm not dissing Brittany Griner here, but most people just don't care about the WNBA.
I watched it. I thought it was amazing. I didn't even realize that the game wasn't sold out.
And she talked to it was the L.A. coach a couple days ago, and please, there's so much else to do. College basketball is totally different, Seth. I agree. I love women's college basketball, especially when you get to the Sweet 16. I watched it. It was unbelievable. It doesn't translate into the NBA or WNBA. It just doesn't. It's why isn't the MLS out? More kids are playing soccer today than basketball or baseball. But why after high school does it really carry over? Otherwise, all these MLS games would be getting sold out, and they're not. In certain areas, they are.
MLS is the eighth most popular league in the world.
Well, like I said, this is no diss to Griner. I'm glad she's home. I mean, there's got to be nothing worse than spending time in a gulag in Russia. I mean, I'm thrilled about it. But to sit there and berate the fans and say, why didn't you people show up? Why didn't you come out? Why didn't you sell out? Shut up. I mean, come on. Most people don't care. And that's the point.
I'm with you on that. And most people don't care. I'll see.
Pete, look out. Pete and I agree on something. Holy shit. Please go ahead. Mark this down right now. I'm writing this down. This is going to go.
It has nothing to do with the athleticism or all that stuff. Or all, most people don't care.
We talked about this last week. Glenn Kuiper, who said the N-word on television. NBC fired him after suspending him. Can we not learn from something like this? Was it that egregious? Did they knee-jerk? I think they knee-jerked.
It was an accident. It was a total accident.
Complete.
And if you'll give me 30 seconds, I accidentally once on the Mets radio network I said we were talking about Twitter, and Twitter's greatest night was the night that the United States got and captured Osama bin Laden, and I accidentally said Obama. It was a slip.
You're
I said
lucky
it
you
was
got
the
a
night
job.
that the United States, got and killed Obama, and I said it, and it was immediately, and you say it, and it was an accident. As a broadcaster, when you're live, sometimes things come out of your mouth. He is not a racist. He did not mean anything racist. The museum, the Negro League Museum, came out and said they agree. They took his apology as sincere. This was an accident. The A's are an ass backwards organization to begin with.
They have been
This
for
was
a long time,
this was
yeah.
a real tough one. I don't know if I support this. I would
Pete?
have let him back.
Pete?
It's a real tough call because I'm not African American. I don't know, but we had some people call our show. They're African American, and it was kind of 50-50. Was it really in his heart? Is it something that as he said that word before? I don't know. I can't peer into a man's soul. I just know there is not a lot of forgiveness anymore in the media business. There just isn't, and unfortunately, accident or
Like
not,
what Marty Brenneman did was worse.
yes,
Agreed.
Oh yes, absolutely.
This
But
was an
I
accident.
think in this case, hey, let's stop the knee jerking. Let's sit and take a moment. And I feel sorry for Glenn Kuiper. It's totally wrong what he said, without question. No, I mean,
course.
absolutely, it was a mistake.
But he knows that, and it's a mistake. And if you gave him 99 more chances, he wouldn't have said that.
If
He
we
didn't
don't
mean
learn
to
from
say
our
it.
mistakes, then we are doomed to repeat them. That's all part
Correct.
of the problem. And the final one here on the lightning round today. Screw you, trolls. I don't give a shit anymore what you said. Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania was a really good film. I watched it at home again. It was really good. Was it the best MCU of all time? No. But it wasn't nearly as bad as all the trolls hammered it.
I like
Can I direct you to the Hall of Justice podcast? I spent about an hour and a half eviscerating that movie. No, that movie was all CGI. There's barely any time on Earth. And there were some scenes where it didn't even look like the actors were in the same room with each other. It's like they filmed it during COVID, and they didn't need to be next to each other.
Yeah, but it
That
wasn't.
was
I
an
mean, look,
aw-
let's stop
That was
digging.
an
It was a
awful
good film.
movie.
It wasn't
I
as
didn't
bad
think it
as
was awful.
everybody hammered it.
You take it for what it is. I'm looking forward to the Nexus. This new enemy is supposed to be more powerful than Thanos, and it's just I'm as nerdy about these type of movies as anybody else.
Well, but
man,
now they
once
might not
the
even
Doc-
do it because of
Once
this.
the Doctor Strange movie came out, and now the Flash movie. Once you get involved with the multiverse, you can do whatever you want. People can come back to life. And I mean, I'm like, what were they?
95% of that
for?
movie in the quantum realm. Oh my God!
Still, though,
Enough.
it
Too
was
much.
a good movie. I watched it. I saw it in the theater, and it was way too overwhelming where I saw it because now the theaters have 20 rows and the screen is this close to the seats. And then I watched it at home, and it was a much better movie when it was here. So, let's stop with the nonsense. It was fun.
I'll take it for what it is. I liked it. I liked it.
see?
Did I love it? No, but I liked it a lot. It was worth seeing.